The problem with this car is that the engine revs but does not start. Car battery is good. Fuel pump is okay but no fuel pressure. No fuel pressure. How to solve this problem? So how to check step by step? Watch full video, inshallah you can repair it too. I entered the car. Now I will start the car engine and see if it starts or not. See if the engine does not start. Engine cranks but does not start. Now I will turn the ignition switch off to check. Number 1. Check if the fuel injector is getting fuel or not. I opened the petrol pipe of the fuel injector and checked that no fuel is coming out. To open the petrol pipe of Proton Waja 1.6 mmc engine fuel injector, two 10mm size screws have to be opened and checked. What is the problem with the fuel injectors not getting fuel? Step number 2. Check fuel pump fuse. The fuel pump fuse of this vehicle is not labeled or has any indication. How to find out the fuel pump fuse? I will check the fuse in the fuse box on the left side of the engine compartment. On top of fuse box cover, see fuse number 26 fuel pump reel fuse. Number 29 ignition fuse. Check the two fuses. I have checked both the fuses and there is no problem with the fuses. Check the fuse in the fuse box under the steering wheel inside the car. Replace your car fuse if there is any problem. Step number 3. Check fuel pump. To check the fuel pump of this car, the rear seat of the car must be removed first. The fuel pump of this car is located under the rear seat. I opened the pipe that goes from the fuel pump to the injector. Now I will start it and show you whether the fuel pump works or not. Car engine does not start. See the engine cranks but petrol does not come out from the fuel pump. What is the reason for petrol not coming out from the petrol pump? So first I will check the wiring of the socket of the fuel pump. Step number 4. Check the fuel pump wire at the socket. To check, first remove the fuel pump wire socket. This fuel pump socket has 4 pins. Pin number 1 is the positive supply voltage. Pin number 2 and 3 are the gauge signal line on the fuel level. Number 4 fuel pump ground body earth signal. I am checking everything and see that there is no fuel pump positive supply volt signal line when the engine is started. There is no fuel pressure because the fuel pump socket is not getting positive supply voltage. Step number 5. Check the fuel pump relay. Now I will install this new fuel pump relay and see if the problem is solved or not. One set of 2 original fuel pump relays of this car. I will find the fuel pump relay of the car to change. Fuel pump relay is located under AC climate control switch panel. To find the relay of Proton Waja MMC car, first must open the gear console armrest set. Remove the gear console armrest set. After opening, see below the AC climate panel on the left side, 2 relays are attached with 10mm screws. Open the 10mm size screws and bring out the 2 relays. Now I will test by changing the fuel pump relay and see if that solves the problem. After changing the fuel pump relay, now I will start the car engine and see if the fuel pump is getting petrol or not. Now I will connect the fuel pump pipe before starting the engine. After all the installation is done, I first turn on the ignition switch and try to start the engine. After replacing the fuel pump relay, the engine started. The fuel pump has started. Now there is no problem, inshallah. If the problem is not solved by changing the fuel pump relay, how to check if there is a problem with the wiring, how to fix the wiring problem, I will show you in the next video, inshallah.